Welcome back. You're listening to the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it is time for our last chat of 2023 with Dom Leach, the president of the Ouyen Rams Cricket Club. And he's a pretty happy man for a number of reasons. One of those relates to cricket, of course, but the other relates to the completion of harvest. Well done, Dom. You must be pretty stoked to get that one done and dusted for 2023.
Yeah, it is good, Alice. Finished yesterday afternoon, which was nice. Always nice to have it, tidied up and polished off and move on to the next job now, I suppose.
The life of a farmer. On to the next one. Well, congratulations again on finishing that one off, Dom, and you must be looking forward to some downtime now. But no such downtime in the Red Cliffs cricket because we had 2 games last weekend. By the way, how did they go ahead? The tennis people not so lucky in the end. I think they kind of stuffed it up a bit with the weather predictions there, Dom, but no such confusion with the cricket. All went ahead as planned.
Yeah, no confusion with the cricket. As you mentioned, all went ahead as planned, and fortunately for us, we had a successful weekend on the field. We had a couple of good wins in both A and B grade.
That you most certainly did. Well, let's start off with the A grade against Nursery Ridge, and it was a pretty good win in the end. A 10-wicket haul, enough of a margin to secure this one. Dom, you must have been pretty delighted with this.
Yeah, was pretty delighted when I was checking the scores as the day progressed, out at work, and the boys did particularly well. I suppose particularly Brad Parsons. So we were able to restrict Nursery Ridge to 8 for 87 off their 40 overs. And in reply, it was the big fella. He brought his own bat and ball by the look of it, chasing 88 to win. Brad made 83 runs off just 36 balls, which is nothing short of incredible, actually. He's made nearly the entire score himself. He was well partnered by Daniel Kay at the other end, who made a valuable contribution of 2 not out himself. So a fantastic individual performance and a great all-round performance in the field and a great win by the boys.
Another great win, and it's exactly what you would have wanted, Dom, going into 2024, I assume.
Oh, look, it is. It's good to have a bit of momentum, and it's great to see, on an individual note, it's great to see blokes performing themselves and contributing really healthily to the team, such as Brad did on the weekend, making a great knock 83. So, it's all going along well at the moment.
Fantastic. All right, let's take a look at some of the other games happening. We'll go to the other game, in fact, the only other game in A-grade Red Cliffs cricket. How did that one go, Dom?
Yeah, the other game in Red Cliffs cricket against a couple of rivals, Tempe and Millewa, and probably as expected, Tempe on their home deck, they were able to get the point. So they scored 187, which is a good knockdown at Tempe, and they were able to restrict Millewa to 127 in reply. So Millewa were still chasing a win or two to get themselves off the bottom of the ladder, and Tempe boys really solidifying themselves in that top 4.
All right, well, let's stick with A-grade cricket. Just give us the fixture lowdown for this weekend, our last look ahead to games happening in 2024, Dom, here on the Flow Friday Sports Show. 2023, I should say.
Yeah, this week we got Tempe taking on Robinvale, so 4th place Tempe and the 2nd place Robinvale. This will be a cracking game down at the Tempe Rec Reserve. I think Robinvale are probably starting to hit their straps, and I think they'll give them a bit of a shake, but on their home deck, Tempe are always a 30-40 run better side, and you tip them to get the points, and our boys host Millewa, so it's 1st v 5th, so not one to take lightly. They've got some good players, and on their day, they'll be a handful themselves, so hopefully our boys can get a win at home and lead into a good Saturday night plan.
Yes, we'll touch on that in just a moment or two. But over to the B grade, starting to really correct their form as well, which is handy, Dom, going into the pause. So tell us about the B grade, the win they had on the weekend, and then we'll talk about what their task is going to be this weekend.
Yeah, so the boys had a great win on the weekend. They took on the 2nd place Nursery Ridge, and they made 7 for 115, which perhaps seemed a little bit below par. No one really made any significant runs of note for our boys, and in reply, Nursery Ridge looked to be cruising with their captain, Dylan Pombadas. He got 46, and he was steering the ship well until Benny Nile got thrown the ball. A triple wicket maiden turned the game on its head. And, between him and Nick Vine, who took 2 for 3 himself, they were able to bundle Nursery Ridge out for just 71. So, fantastic win against the second-placed Ridge boys. And a couple of weeks ago, we were languishing on the bottom of the ladder, and now we're in fourth spot, which is, it's a good reward for the boys who tore it away pretty hard for probably a good 5 or 6 weeks there. So, good to see things turning around for them.
A fortnight in cricket is a long time. Dom, let's just update our listeners on the other couple of games that were played in the B grade.
Yeah, the other couple of games, we had Aaron Nedgy making a really solid 72 for Southwest. They made 201 and bundled Tempe out for just 102. And the other game, we had Fire Brigade scratching 62 and Kerwa, as expected, getting those runs with ease, chasing that down with just 1 wicket down.
There we have it. All right, tease out this weekend's action in the B grade for us, Dom.
Yeah, so 3 cracking games this week. We got Southwest hosting our boys up the road. So this is a 3v4 clash now with both teams in form. It'll be probably the match of the round. And Aaron Nedgy's in great form with the stick, so we'll have to do well to negate him. But winning form's good form, so hopefully the boys can put in a good show. The other games, we've got Nursery Ridge taking on Fire Brigade, and top place Kerwa hosting the Cellar Dwellers Tempe. So you'd expect Kerwa to continue on their winning way on their home deck.
You would, but you just never know these days, Tom. Now, over to the Saturday night action, and there will be some action just by the looks of the infographic. We've got a nice bad Santa on the infographic here, Dom. He's looking pretty chilled out in his sliders and his sunglasses. The Rams Christmas party, it's this Saturday night. Tell our listeners what they need to hear, particularly those based in the Ouyen surrounds. Pretty good value for a gate admission for what looks like it's going to be a pretty big night, Dom.
Yeah, look, it will be a good night. Social committee have been hard at work putting this together, so expecting a good rollout. We've got obviously Christmas party. Toddy Barker, he'll have his famous spit going with an array of meats. Cooking away all day. It's going to be great weather. We've got, of course, the big fella in the red suit will be in attendance for all, and there'll be games and the rest for the kids. So looking forward to, a good day. The weather's going to be fantastic. A good day, good evening, and a great night. So it'll be a great place to be come Saturday.
Just hoping there's no injuries that come out of this one, Dom. Have we had any historical accidental falls that have gone on at these Christmas parties and subsequently had people ruled out of the Red Cliffs action? I hope not.
Oh, look, they're always a danger. I suppose perhaps more dangerous than the game during the afternoon at times. But I think as long as it's enjoyed in good spirits and everyone generally has a good time. We get the kids along, get them involved, and make sure it's a real inclusive environment. And it'll be a great place to be.
Of course, I only say that because we're talking about water play here. So, what does that mean, Dom?
Well, I suppose you can take that however you want. I think there'll be water slides set up for the kids. It'll be for the kids initially. Perhaps later in the night, it might be for the older folk, but it'll be aimed at the younger demographic originally, and we'll see where the night goes from there.
Oh boy, sounds like one of those ones. Well, Dom Leach, it's been great catching up with you throughout 2023 to take in all of the Red Cliffs cricket action. We very much enjoy having you here on Fly FM, and we wish you and your family and the Ouyen Cricket Club, the Ouyen Rams Cricket Club, the very best of Christmases and a happy new year, and we'll do it all again next year, Dom.
Sounds great. We'll talk to you next year. Have a good Christmas. Thanks, Alice.